everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela and this is My Precious Yarnery. And you will find every time I do an intro I'm always moving and squealing it. I just can't get ever comfortable in this chair. I think I need a new chair. It's pretty, but that's about it. I guess it's comfy. It's just, I'm not comfy. Always pulling or broadening or... Let's talk about the new room. I didn't talk about it in the first. Not in the new room. I changed my desk. This is where I always wanted it to be, but I never thought I could. And I finally said, you know what, let's just try it. So I started it with the desk facing that way. I didn't like it. Then I moved it this way. Then I'm like, I gotta have my favorite yarns. Gotta have some deck. I have to have Sarah. I have to have my Paw Plies. And then I have this too. This rolly thing that can come over and show my yarns that I have on my shop from Paw Plies. But I've been moving it because I can't be going around the desk that way. I have to go around that way. So I changed it, and yes, I changed it because I got inspired by the Paw Ply Guys again. And I love changing my room up. I started upstairs. When I did my channel, I had 2 rooms. And then I went down to this one, which is bigger than both those rooms, I think. Not by much, just not maybe it's bigger than the one. Well, it's bigger, but not maybe not both of them put together. But it's more wall space for the shelves and that. So I have one wall right now that has no shelves, but I have other stuff on there, like I have stitch markers up there. I have my bulletin board up there, my calendar, my clock. Yeah, so I mean it's still full. And I only have one chair now. I know. But when the boys come down, we're going to have to sit in the living room anyways because, you know, I have yarn in there anyway. It's kind of overflowed. So I've decided, like, I was taking my winter yarns out. So these, I always keep my favorite yarns close by. But these are winter yarns. To me, they're winter yarns. That's what I call them. And all of these mainly are because they're all acrylic. Maybe not the lightweight ones, but see, aren't these just so pretty? I might move those over there because these ones are the new ones. These are the new, they're Puzzle Baby for mice. I know they are. They're made in Turkey and everything, but they're different colors than the Puzzle Babies. But I'm sure soon they'll have these colors out in Puzzle. I'm sure of it. But I like just going to down the road for me and picking it up anyways. Beautiful. Beautiful yarn. I like the wild colors, and you don't know, they're wrapped different, so you have to look at the number. And anyways, I talked about that in another video. You can go back and see that. So today we're going to talk about this. I do love this design. I rambled on. Oh, the room. Forgive me, guys. Really, forgive me. I'm all over the place. Again, that's just me. If you know me, I'm just all over the place. So, the room. So, I want to be closer to my yarn when I do videos. I seem so far away. And you always see my little work area, which I usually try to tidy up every time I do a video anyways, because it's such a mess all the time. And I don't like the mess, seeing the mess. This is pretty to me. And then I have my bead shells right there. You know, I don't want to hide Sarah. I have my sign, my beautiful sign that my husband had made up on wood for me. So then I can just grab my bead stuff, work here on the desk, and I can still see the TV, so I can not watch my documentaries or whatever. I mean, I could have used the computer anyways, but I don't know. I don't have, you know, my documentaries on my computer all the time. Or sometimes I just put a live on, which is fine. So anyways, this works out for now anyways. And you know, it could be by the time a couple months go by, I'm going to want to redo it anyways. I took most of my winter yarns that I'm not using, except for my ice and these ones, out of the room, and I have my cotton in my inspiration shelf. You know, I've showed pictures of that before. I'm in the midst of redoing it. I do have to make a little order from Hobie because they have a certain kind of cotton cake that they haven't put on sale yet. The only one that they didn't put on sale. And I'm hoping after bingo today, maybe they'll have a sale on it. But it is, if you buy a certain amount, like Hobie usually does with their yarn, most of their yarns anyways. Don't quote me if they do it on all. The more you buy, the more you save. So I do want that yarn. And I mean, I'm going to get it. I'm sorry. I'm going to get it. Because I really am into making clothing right now. And I do want to dabble in some shawl patterns of my own. You all know well, maybe you don't know, I am dyslexic and I do not read patterns very well. I'm horrible at it. When I made Ursula's shawl, beautifully well written, beautifully. It was the closest I ever got to actually reading a written pattern. And I was lucky that she also did a tutorial too, so yeah. And beautiful, well written, and beautiful shawl. I did a video on that last week. You can go back to that. It's called my Count My Blessings shawl. So I want to dabble in that a little bit, you know, have some fun. And I mean, not all my makes are, trust me, I'm learning. I'm just started doing wearables. Not all my makes I'm successful in. I think I was really lucky with my sweaters. They're not complicated. They're very easy. And I just winged it. And I will show you all my fails. I will show you I'll show you everything I made. They're not all great. They're just not. But it's a learning curve for me, and I'm enjoying doing it, and I enjoy showing you where I don't succeed, but I had fun making it. And it's just yarn. You know what I mean? It's just yarn. If it's really that big of a fail, I'll frog it. I frog a lot. Trust me, I rip all day long. So anyways, the room. You know, this is my room. I love it. But I love it every time I change it around. So, you know, next week it could be different. We never know around here. So let's talk about this. I love the pattern, but this yarn is very stretchy. This is huge. And I don't like this right here. I tried to make it in a little embellishment, and it didn't work out. It just looks like it's a bad sewing job, which it's not sewing. And there's no sewing on this, because you know this one doesn't like to sew. So there's no sewing. I worked in the round. I did my decreases up here, flipped it around, and joined down here with the pink. I thought, oh, I'm smart. That's going to be a good idea. And it probably would have. I'm going to try in a different yarn. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on how I did it. And then you can just work up whatever you want. Like, change it, make it your own. It's great. I did all half double crochets up here. I think these are half double crochets too, yep. And these are extended, and now I'm really getting into the extended ones. Half double crochets and extended double crochets. I really like the looks of extended single crochets. That might be another, maybe I'll do that in the straps in my next one I do. This yarn is a beautiful yarn, very drapey, just not something for something like this. I don't think I can make something out of it. Somebody else probably could and be very successful. I just wasn't. I'm working. I used Bamboo Cotton Light. The pink number, this is from Ice Yarn, is 50689. The sage color I used is 50543. See that? Yeah. I have my ball things here, 2 of each colors. The sage, I used more of the sage, so I only have this much out of the ball And the pink, I have this much. I like to show you what I have left over too. Just so you know if you want to try it. And this is probably going to fit an extra large now. If not, and I don't know if it'll stretch out anymore. So I don't know. It's too big on me. It's probably more than an extra large because it's big on me. Anyways, this is a light 3-weight. I would almost say that. I think that's more than a 3-weight. That is like a 4-weight. To me. Anyways. Can you see that? It's more of a 4-weight. I think. It's not wound really good. So there is some splitting in it. But it's beautiful. Silky. There's a gorgeous sheen to it. I don't know if you can see it on camera. So each ball is a 100-gram ball, 140 meters. They say to use a 3 or 4 millimeter knitting needles. I think I use a 5.5. And I was planning on doing a bigger one down here so it'd flare, but it was already too big anyway, so I used the 5.5 on all of it. I always thought, now I could be wrong, if I used a bigger needle, it would drape better. This doesn't need a bigger needle to drape. This is beautiful. It is a little heavy, but I think it's not that bad. It's not as bad as the cotton funnel cakes heavy when I made that shirt. So like I said, I'm going to try and make another cake, do a cotton cake from Hobie on it. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on that. You know, I got one more tutorial in my back pocket. So that will take me, I just put out the other one, so that'll take me to June. That's good. And then July and August. So I'm trying to get them some extras built up. So yeah, it's just busy. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Let me know what you think about the shirt. If you want a tutorial on it. This yarn, I mean, somebody else could probably do that has more experience and stuff like this. It's just, it's not the greatest. I'm going to see what it looks like on my daughter. She could fill it out more than me. Yeah, it was just too big. And I don't, she has the parts to fill it out. I don't. Anyways, have a great day. Bye, everyone.